That's one thing I was like,
vetoes. C's are for, obviously,
ceremonies.
3 is thing, Hasbro, and then these are like nominations, and this is like HOH's.
Makes sense.
Cheerio.
Cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so
These are Victon.
Ryan today was like, hey, I went and talked to Erica and said, like, I have 3 to 4 votes and na-na-na. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, fair, because we, like, even yesterday, we're, like, thinking, okay, maybe he's out, but I'm like, well, we sleep in the room with him. Like, I can't just be like, maybe.
Okay.
So that was fair, but I still was like, okay, I want to, like, clarify that a little bit. It's not necessarily, like, when you told me initially, I was like, either one, honestly, is ideal. The order in which is minimal importance.
So I'm still also weighing my options.
Yeah.
I'm keeping an open mind for both.
Yeah.
Because before it was like, I was like, I want to send Maren home, whatever.
Yeah.
Then the tune kind of changed of everyone being like, I want to see Ryan go. But I don't think Ryan is coming after you. I don't think Ryan is coming after me.
This is what I was just about to tell you. Because last night, in addition to like being like, he was quite confident, and
after the
as
speech,
we said,
right?
yes. So this is not last night, but the night before is when he told Will and I, I'm not even going to campaign to you guys because I know that I have your vote, and both of us were kind of like, okay, that's irritating. But
Yeah,
whatever.
super irritating.
Me. But like either way, fine. It doesn't make much of a difference to me. I'm still going to think about it.
So melted. Sorry.
I don't like them warm. I put them in the fridge actually at home. So I was like, fine. But then yesterday, and I don't know if Will has talked to you about it. I think he might have, because both of us were like, okay, that was a bit extra.
It was just from Maren?
Well, yeah. That was this morning he talked to Will. And for added me being suspicious now, when like we had a conversation a couple hours ago of his campaigning.
Yeah.
And I didn't say specifically, tell me who your target is, because first of all, I already know because talking to Will, but I wanted to see if he would be forthcoming with me too.
Yeah.
And he wasn't, but he was more like, I know that you know that I know you know, and I was like, I'm not down for this.
Yeah.
And I think he was very much being like, he wanted me to say, and I'm like, well, I'm not going after that person, so I don't know why you think that I'm gonna go there. Like, why do you need to test me right now? You're supposed to be campaigning.
Yeah.
And his denial of involvement with the showmance was to the point that I almost wanted to be like, okay,
Like, enough.
In addition, Ryan talking about how he would like to focus, because now that he's in like a nothing to lose moment, I think. I was surprised to hear him talk about targeting the showmance as opposed to Allie and Liv. Honestly, I was. So if that is true, which, like,
I think it is.
I do, and unsolicited especially, and I think he's the most candid he ever is in the evenings, because he knows, well, in his mind, he knows that these are people that he can talk to.
Yeah.
So those things all together, of the fact that I don't think...
If we have you, Will, Paris, Johnny, and I'll be the tiebreaker for that.
Okay,
if you want to keep him, because I feel solid with him. I think he feels solid with you.
Yeah.
I think he feels solid with Paris. Solid with Will. Solid with Johnny.
I don't know how long I would like to trust him for.
I would like to see him go next week if possible. But that's fine.
When it comes to what is like the most sensible choice, right now I feel like keeping Ryan is the most sensible choice.
For our games, yes.
Yes.
And as much as it's a group game, it's also a solo game.
Yeah.
And if that's a majority of our group, that benefits.
No, I agree. And I was just hoping that that was like what was coming across here.
Yeah. I like that idea better.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't think about it.
Especially after my conversation with Maren today.
And this is, okay, like I was kind of like weighing it.
Yeah.
But especially hearing that you were on board.
Yeah.
That you could get behind it. I say we go for it.
Yeah, I think it's good.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. And like, he was just,
you make a valid fucking point. I'm not gonna lie.
Just like those two bits of information both go this, like, you know?
It tips the scale into
yeah,
a
big
certain
time.
direction.
And the fact that
why is he throwing shit out like that when he's on the blog?
I think it's because he thinks that people are going to corral around it. Again, gumpies, blah, 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 blah. Like, he thinks that people are going to be like, wow, great.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So I think that that's part of it,
just
too.
the fact that you guys are even, like, hearing this and coming and telling me
Well-
means the damn world.
Well, there you go.
Like, it means the damn world to me. It really does.
I'm glad you
because,
believe
like,
it, because it's kind of just like, it seems a little, to me, it was kind of like, well, I guess it makes sense, like 2 HOHs and all that
I
stuff.
put him
Yeah.
on the block twice.
Yeah.
If he didn't have bad
And you
blood,
didn't
I'd
save
be a
him.
little confused. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be a little confused.
Yeah.
I gambled with his game now twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And regardless, it's just one of those things where, like, even if he stayed and then came after me, whatever, like, I don't want to say the word moved because it seems strong.
Yeah.
But, like, the fact that anyone's even, like, having my back right now is, like, means everything to me.
Good. Okay.
And I want to have the backs of the people
Yeah.
that have mine too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if we can all, like, agree on the fact that, like, maybe this guy isn't actually targeting us.
He's, in my opinion, he's not especially
I don't think so
reinforced with the
either.
conversation we had last night.
I don't think so
In
either.
addition, and this is just speculation, I don't have like concrete
Yeah.
information about it,
No.
but just kind of looking at all these things, especially after my conversation with Marin today. When Marin and Hamza were together, he was basically a voice box / robot according to Ham's instructions.
Yes.
It's like Hamza was playing Sims and Marin did this.
Literally just.
Is he a voice box right now?
Yeah.
Is this even his idea? I don't know.
That's a good point, too. That's
Especially.
a very good point, actually.
And I'm glad that you see it that way because, again, this is only my speculation. I have no additional information to provide this. But based
Perfect.
on.
But that's all you
Watch
gotta
out.
do.
We didn't put the pillow.
No pillow.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Yeah,
Actually,
that'd be great.
yeah,
That'd be great. Sorry.
Can you put the pillow out there, the giant stop sign?
There was no pillow. I figured it was safe.
And we were like, no,
valid.
no pillow. But no, we got on a tangent.
I know, we did.
Okay.
Not surprising.
And I mentioned that sort of to Allie today. I know. Look at her. Just like from a speculation point of view, it wouldn't be out of the like realm of possibility because literally that's all he was before. And now he has to like claw at the walls to try to figure out how the fuck to get off the block again.
And why all of a sudden, one, they're spending an awful long time together. Awful
They
lot of
studied
time
together. Do you see that yesterday in the red room?
I wasn't there.
Oh.
I've heard.
Yeah. It's like they're like training him basically.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's true,
I
but
see
it would
it
make a
too.
shit ton of sense,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
I see it too.
Because everyone hears things like, I can do it.
Yeah.
I know that's horrible to say.
But no blood on our hands.
I don't hate that either. Especially if he's saying it, and especially if we have the voice box of them as the alternative.
Yeah.
It right now it's right in front of me.
And the fact that they're like, they could potentially move into 3 strong.
3 votes are a big deal.
Like that.
No,
at all.
no,
That's a huge number.
no. And
It's
even if
4 to
Marin
tie
even
right
if he
now.
can't win shit, it doesn't matter. He's still a vote.
It can
And
be 4 to win.
Yeah.
After this week, 4 votes wins. That's the majority of the House is 4 fucking votes.
it's ridiculous to do anything but that.
That's what yeah. And then when you put it like that, it makes a lot more sense. Because I feel like my issue is, I hear all of this and I'm like, okay, yeah. And then as soon as someone brings up the adverse, I'm like, oh yeah, very good point. And I think rather than one is a right move and one is a wrong move, I think they're both right moves. And it's which one is the most right move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like either way, it's not the end of the world. But I think
The word
keeping-
disposable is harsh.
Yeah, but they're
But right now, and if someone is to make, like, I mean, for him to escape this, and I get that the double with him and Ali and Liv was like a sketchy situation and all that stuff. I don't see him as particularly vengeful because right now he knows he needs to like curry favor in his direction.
No, he said he had a conversation with them today because he wanted to just like kind of squash it.
Yeah.
I did say I was coming after you after that because I was pissed.
Of course.
And he's like, I was not running on game, I was running on emotion.
And it's an emotional day for everybody. It's all these things.
It was bad.
But I think that he is taking a good look at his game right now and figuring out the best way for him to stay.
But my big thing is, I do not want to see him talk his way out of every single week that he's on the fucking blog.
I don't think he can.
Neither
because there's
do
not going
I.
to be enough people, especially as we all continue to have these type of conversations and solidify the feeling about it.
Yeah.
There's only, there's lots of room to wiggle when there's 14 of us,
Yeah.
but we're about to be 10,
10 is not a ton of wiggle room.
especially when the 10 are comfortable having conversations within specific groups.
Yeah.
I just don't see it being like a long-term strategy that's going to be successful.
No, I don't either. But other people keep voicing it as a concern, and I'm like, am I missing something?
No.
And maybe it's because we're very strong-headed and we can see through BS.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, I will be able to see through it.
Yeah.
I like to believe.
Yeah. I think that I can.
Me too.
Especially that I know that I'm getting genuine, like, talks with him right now. I think I will be able to recognize the shift should it ever not be genuine anymore.
I feel that.
And I think you feel the same way considering he spends 3 hours a day in his chair.
I also don't think he lies about as much as people think he does.
No, which is interesting.
I think people just don't want to hear his truths.
That's it. And I think that I'm fine with that.
Me too.
Because if I can discern it, and if you can discern it, that's not really my problem.
And that's exactly it. I'm not here to coach people on how to tell the truth from a lie.
Thank you.
It's not my
Thank
business.
you. Okay. Once again,
this is what I'm saying.
No, I understand. No. I'm 100% on board with that.
Yeah.
But I do think,
because Johnny and I wanted to have just pull you in and have a chat.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like I'm constantly getting everyone constantly comes in here by themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never, not that I never see you, not that you never come in here, but I'm like, never get you alone.
Yeah.
And Johnny and I was like, I feel like I never get Maddy alone.
Yeah.
He's like, I know, I was literally just gonna say we should all have a chat. And I was like,
exactly.
yeah.
Like when you guys were all in here, I kind of wanted to be like, me too, please, but I don't know what to
I
talk
know,
about.
I
It's
know.
fine. I never take it personally either.
It's
just
just
like Liv
always-
shouldn't have taken that personally, but it just changes
no.
the direction of the conversation.
Yeah, but that's literally
Yeah.
it. It's just like it's just when you're in the middle of a thought and you're like,
Yeah.
You know, and I like it because I feel like no matter what, like even if I didn't agree with that, the fact that you coming to me with that alternative viewpoint is something that I appreciate anyway.
That's been happening for 3 weeks. Well,
I don't want literally
situations now.
I don't want to have sheep in my corner.
No.
You know what I mean? And the fact that one, you actually had my back enough to tell me that.
Yeah.
Two, the fact that you're opposing a viewpoint that has been conflicting with mine. I just, I don't know.
Like I get everything that Allie was saying yesterday. I do.
Yeah.
And
but-
they're valid. I just don't know if they're immediately valid.
Yeah. And I feel like it feels more immediately valid
Yeah.
to Allie and Liv.
And and that's okay. And I get that. Everyone's playing their own game and watching their number one and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I get it. But if they are to trust in the people that they say they trust in, sometimes it's pump the brakes for 2 seconds and trust that it's going to continue along the right path.
And regardless, even if you put them up next week, we have the numbers.
And
we have
people play
rallying.
veto.
We have,
people blah, blah.
It's not the end of the freaking world.
Yeah.
It is. It's not ideal, but you know what I mean? We can still, we have a huge majority.
It the first time ever, finally.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be that way.
No, I know. We have a lot of people who are very like-minded, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I mean,
and that's it. I literally just feel like the majority of the house is fine to draw a line in the sand.
Yeah.
But we're still a lot of us on the same page.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're at a point where we can recognize that at some point we're not going to be on the same page. Even for this, some of us may not be on the same page. And that's fine.
Yeah. But I want to have conversations with people who are not going to panic.
Yeah.
As soon as a separate concept comes forward.
No, because if you're going to panic and you're so set in your own ways and your own mindset, then why are you here?
Yeah.
Literally, why?
I agree.
Because you need to look at this game is literally a sphere, and you need to look at it from every possible angle in order to get a full picture of what you're doing. And even still, it's half the sphere is going to be blackout anyway.
Yeah.
It's so impossible to predict and so impossible to premeditate, but
And it feels awkward sometimes. Okay, it's both. It feels awkward hearing that you are a direct target from somebody, regardless if you think they're going to be successful in it or not.
Yeah.
It's still not a point.
Not pleasant, yeah.
Especially when you don't know if that is their own manifestation or what. But then, me personally, I don't feel like Taylor would put me up right now.
Yeah.
So it's okay, well, it feels shady almost to do that, but then you still have to think future-wise.
Yeah.
And
I don't it's one of those things where it's
I can't be
how
frank.
disposable are people to other people?
Yeah.
And that's in whose game, not do they not find threatening, but do they not care to see or not see here anymore?
Yeah, or care to...